Hey guys, how you guys doing? This is Castro here, YS Stocks. Let me cut this down. YS Stocks, right? You can see in the background YS Stocks and options. And I just wanted to go over a trade that I'm really looking at, right? I really like this trade. I've been in it for about I want to say about a week right now, and I got about 40 contracts in it. Um, and the trade is actually Ford, right? And I'll tell you why I like it, and I'll tell you why I'm actually trading it and why I double down every time I've actually seen it dropped a little bit. But given what happened last week and the fact that it rallied right above a key support area, I think is ready for actually breakout. But we'll see what happens, right? So bear with me and let me show you what I'm seeing in the chart, right? Boom. Let's see here. Bam. Did I close that? So let me show you what I'm seeing. So currently, right now, we're looking at trading view, and Ford, right? And we're going to go into the weekly chart. Each one of these candlesticks is going to represent 1 week. And I've been playing with this one for quite some time. So that's why you see a whole bunch of stuff here, right? You see a whole bunch of lines, drawings, because I've been doodling all over it for a while now. But I'm going to keep some of these, right? So let me show you what I've been seeing. So just to retrace back to earnings and what this stock has done for the last three earnings. One, two, three. So usually what happens when with Ford for earnings, boom, boom, let's go back. There I go. All right. So usually what happens with Ford for earnings here on February 4th, right? It had earnings on the 4th of Feb. One, two, three trading days before it rallied. It went from $10.56. It rallied all the way to the high of $11.33. Then it fell a little bit and then it just went higher, right? It went to $12.70, right? So as you notice, again, the week before, but like almost 2 weeks, almost two trading weeks before it fell. And the week right before earnings, it rallied all the way up, right? So that we saw that in February. And look what happened thereafter. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. About 16 trading days passed and it reached another high, a second all-time high, right? High here, second, right? So it kept rallying, right? Make sure you're paying attention to that, right? And earnings here for April, 28th of April. And look what happened. A few weeks before, boom, it was trading down, as we can see here, trading down, boom. And then the week of earnings, remember, it had earnings on the 28th, right? A week before earnings, it rallied. It went all the way from 1336, it rallied to 1261. So about $1 and what, 19 cents. Then it fell. It fell to this key support level here, as you know, notice the lowest low for 2 weeks prior, right? On the 21st, right? Key support level. So it fell all the way to that key support level and it just traded sideways for a little bit. And then about 16, 17 days later, look what it did. Let's count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 trading days later, you reached a new high, right? And what I really am excited about this trade is because it seems like it's doing the same thing, right? For about the last almost whole month, right? Ford has been really getting beat up. Oh my God, it's been trading down, right? It went from a high of 1636 all the way to a low of, as you can see here last week, to $14.03. So it took what that's like a 25% decline, right? To the downside. So heading into earnings at the end of the month, 28th of July, I really like this. And I actually bought some Ford last week. I bought about 20 contracts. I told my community that I was going to buy 20 contracts of it. And then I bought 20 more contracts here when it dipped at $14 and we were really at $13.70. I bought 20 more contracts. And seeing Ford now, I really think Ford is ready for an upside, right? Especially it being one of the really good securities that everybody has on their radar, given their expenditures on EVs and how they're dedicated to turning their fleets into EVs in the next 3 to 5 years or so, right? And they've been on a tear for the last few months. All right, we can take a look at it. Boom. As you guys can see here, like Ford been tearing it up. Look at this. Since April 2020, Ford's been killing it. All right, and you see this golden, I want to say, yeah, it's a golden cross here. Boom. All right. And it took a little pause here, but I think it has a little bit more upside to go, especially at the end of this month, right? So that's what I really like about Ford. Just looking at the weekly chart again, I mentioned here that Ford was on a downside, right? And if we see Ford, whenever Ford slightly declines, right, that is key level for boom, right, an upside. And we've seen it. Ford consolidates for the downside here, trends down, right? It trades down and boom, takes off, right? Trades down for a few weeks, about a month, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Remember, each one of these represents 1 week. Boom, it trades up for 3 weeks. Right, tweezer here, consolidates a little bit, then it takes off. Comes down, boom, takes off. And I truly believe that that's what we're seeing here happening. And it closed here, what looks like a hammer candlestick pattern for this week. If this is a hammer candlestick pattern, this is a key support area, as we can see, right? Very key support area right here. Boom. Well, I don't have to draw it because it's already on there. All right, key support area for Ford. We can see that, right? Boom, right? Support, down, support, key support area here, $14.46. So I'm really thinking, right? And I'm expecting Ford to, in a week to come, at least a week or two, to test this resistance, $15.20 right here. I really think it's going to test that resistance area. All right. I think it's at 15.24. Let's see, 24 right there. Change that color because I don't like that color. Let's make it gold. All right. I'm really looking forward to Ford testing this 15.24, given that it closed last week in a hammer candlestick pattern, which is an indication for the reversal for the upside, right? Because it's falling now. I think it's prime and ready to go a little bit higher, given that it has earnings at the end of the week. So that's what I'm seeing with Ford. And I know you asked me, Castro, what trade are you getting into? So ideally, I usually get in a trade for like 2 weeks. You know, I've been in this trade for a little while now, been buying. But as I mentioned, is that Ford comes down, right? Right after earnings, it goes lower for earnings, then it breaks off, right? And I kept noticing that. Look at this. Had earnings here, it traded a little bit down here for earnings this week, and then it went up, right? I mean, it's the same thing. Earnings, it fell down a little bit, then it established a new high. It's consistently been doing that for the last 4 trading earnings trading periods, right? So I like that, right? I really like that. And hence, instead of buying for the first week of August, I bought a little bit further out to give myself about 2 to 3 weeks after earnings to have Ford actually establish new high. Because as I mentioned, the average is about 16 trading days. So I gave myself like 20 trading days to see what Ford does. And that was my thesis, right? And then I started seeing what people were buying in the chart. So let me show you what people bought. So in the Win bar chart right now, bar chart, Ford Motor Company, right? We can see that. And again, it closed high, right? It closed actually 0.41% after hours. And this is what people are buying, right? Expiration date, right? This is the date until expiration, put volume. Put volume meaning people are buying, calls, people are buying, put the call ratio, open interest. The current trades right now there have not been executed or traded or closed out, should I say, and call open interest. Put open interest and call open interest. But you notice here for Ford, right? 136, almost 137,000 in comparison to 1 to 74. It's almost 2 to 1. Then this expired in 9, so that's gone. But you see here, almost every expiration day, right? Every option chain, you see Ford, the calls outweigh the puts. 49,000 versus 18, 59, 10. And look at this here, 319,000 for August 20. As I mentioned, about 16 days after this stock actually reports earnings, establishes new high. So that's hence why I bought about 40 contracts. I'm in 40 contracts right now. I'm probably going to buy some more. If it dips, I'm going to buy some more, right? If it doesn't, I'm just going to stay with my 40 contracts and probably make about, I don't know, maybe $10,000, $20,000. We'll see what happens. If it beats earnings and it does exactly what I do. So you just never know. I may lose like 4 or 5 grand. So I went to Zacks.com. This is a subscription that I have to. I like this. I really like this company here. And I've spent a lot of time reading about Ford here. But they have a proprietary program, not program, but proprietary algorithm. And you can read all about it under education. You could go to, what is it? Education and education, right? It has a nice little video. Bottom line, if the Zacks rank is a 2 and the earnings ESP is a positive number, and this is a huge number in comparison. Most averages are like in the teens, right? This is 227%. So it has a rating of buy, you can see here, and a 227% ESP. That means that they are saying, right, that their algorithm, it has a 70% chance of beating earnings. Of course, I read the financial overview for Ford, and I read a whole bunch of stuff for the analyst report for Ford. That's something that I always like to read too, just to see, okay, what exactly is projected. Ford is projecting the next 6 to 12 months, $17, strong buy. A lot of good stuff that Ford is doing, right? People are excited about it. Earnings ESP, it's another website that I just like to look at for what exactly are they thinking it's going to do for earnings. So looking into Ford, earnings ESP is expecting Ford to have a 0.11 cents, right, of EPS, right, earnings per share for their earnings on July 28th. And the consensus, which is the analysts, are expecting it to have a negative 27 cents for earnings. So earnings ESP is saying there's going to be earnings. That's in a nutshell on the 28th. I like to click here. 75% are expecting to beat it, right? And 74% are expecting it to go up, right? So this is just another tool that I like to use too. But I just like to get the market sentiment to see what exactly people are buying. So the whole gist of this video, right, is that I myself, I have purchased, right, 40 contracts for Ford expiring August 20th. Expiring August 20th. And I think my break even is like $14.40, right? So I'm already in my break even. And if we look at the option chain, what's up with these ads? Ads. If we look at the option chain here for Ford, I will show you which one I purchased. Let's see here. Oh, these are bid $9. No, I didn't buy that one. I bought the 13. This is the one that I bought. I bought the 13 strike price. So I'm up 10%. And again, I got 40 contracts. I think I'm up more than that. So I bought mine for a little bit cheaper than this. I think it was like $1.40 or something like that. No, I think it was, $1.40 because my break even is $14.40. So yeah, this is the one I bought strike price. Of course, do your own due diligence. Take a look at what exactly you want to buy. But I really like this trade. And like I mentioned before, I like it for several reasons. One, because Ford has been trading down, right? If we look at the weekly chart, it's been trading down for a few weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. I really love that. And heading into earnings, that's wonderful, right? And I think it's going to crush earnings. If we look at the daily chart, you see it here, right? See right here, been trading down for the last few weeks. All right, this is a key level of resistance. Let's see here, we can make this white. What do you see here? Right. I know you guys know what this is, right? Everybody knows what is this? Falling wedge. That's what it is, right? This is a falling wedge. Boom. Falling wedge. It's a falling wedge pattern. I mean, what is the falling wedge, Castro? I don't know. Let's take a look at it. I gave this one to my falling wedge pattern. Images. This is what a falling wedge is. You have upside, right? A stock, boom, bullish trades up. Then it starts consolidating between the support and the resistance area. Consolidation, boom, and then it eventually breaks off, right? And I think that's what we've seen in Ford. I like that pattern, right? Again, it ran up, boom, it's consolidating, right? It broke off a little bit, right? But it came right back to support. So we'll see what happens in the upcoming week. But I really think in a week to come, at least a week or two, I think it's gonna break through support, this resistance area, should I say, in about a week or two. Probably break this, and I think it's gonna go higher, right? Those are my predictions, right? Kind of had me a little scared right here, just for like 1 second. Then I said, you know what? It's gonna do well. This is buying opportunity. So I bought here. And now I'm sitting 40 contracts, and I think this is going to go up, and I think it's going to be earnings. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Again, that's what I'm seeing. My overall outlook for Ford. I really like this trade. It's a trade that I got into, and also there was another trade that I got into. I gave to you guys, and i.e. my investment community, which is doing really, really well. Vertical debit spread for MHK. So. Let me know what you think. Again, this is the trade that I'm looking into, and I'm in right now. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. And let's look at some of the indicators. Check this out. So the stochastics, right? Boom. It literally just hit the signal here. The MACD and the signal just crossed. I like that, right? I like that because that's an indication for it's bullish, right? If you look at, I mean, first of all, it's trading above the 200 moving average, which is a good sign, right? Healthy sign. Everything about this, looking at the indicator. So it's not trading above the 0 line, but I still like this, though. You know, I like this. I think it's going out higher. The RSI right now is at 46. I think next week is going to be 50. It's going to be testing at 50, right? And we know that if it's trading above the 50, it's bullish, right? So I think it's going to test the 50. And we're going to see the stock rally the next few weeks. Let me know what you think. Again, this is a trade that I'm in. Ford. I think it's going to be very lucrative. And hopefully you enjoyed this video, and check our YouTube page, right? Share and like and subscribe to your YouTube page. These are some trades that I will be posting on there in the future, near future. For right now, I'm taking this one step at a time. So always practice logic over emotions, right? See you at the finish line. All right, it's Castro signing out. YS Stocks and Options. Peace.